Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today Jagex released the sailing rewards little blog. So let's just take a look at it and see what type of rewards we might get from sailing. I highly recommend checking out this video. It really does explain everything in full detail. I watched it a couple of times just to kind of get a good understanding. Okay, so we're going to quickly go through all of the slides. So the sailing skill rewards, I'm not going to obviously read everything, but it's saying welcome to the third part of the sailing, where we're going to be covering the topics of rewards. It's going to explain what the rewards will be and how they're going to approach these types of rewards. And it's going to be very cool. They're going to kind of just give us examples of what they could do because sailing is a very complicated skill. Okay, so the ocean discovery, discovering new islands and points of interest around the ocean has been a much requested feature and will naturally make up a significant portion of the sailing skills reward output. It looks like these some new islands in the background here. When it comes to populating the seas, we're often inspired by community creations and would love to continue collaborating with everyone to share ideas on types of places you'd like to visit. Almost anything imaginable could be considered, so be sure to let us know what you want. That is really cool. I like how they're really taking the community in on this, which is, it's amazing that they're going to be doing something like that. So this is going to be example of the Western Sea map and an example of the Eastern Sea. That's very cool. One thing we've heard from you, from your feedback, is that given the chance, you'd like to visit multiple smaller points of interest rather than just one big one. Yeah, so it's not like Karen, right? As well as having more densely packed content in smaller areas of the sea rather than placed content spread all over the ocean at launch. Yeah, of course. We agree, as this approach lets us build up strong foundations while leaving plenty of room for additional sea expansions post launch, of course. So, yeah, I totally agree with that. The Great Conch, or I don't know exactly how to say that, but discover the location of the hidden island known as the Great Conch, home to oceanic turtle tribe. Let's go. So intermediate sailors can take an investive port task to locate a shipment near the Corsair Cove. Upon investigating, you'll stumble upon a injured member of the turtle tribe called Flupa, who's struggling to get home. Help her to reach the Great Conch by navigating through the challenging waters. Then befriend the locals by assisting in the restoration of the village that has damaged by the storm. So this is like an example of a great quest that they could, introduce with the skill. It already sounds amazing. On the Great Conch, you might find the following: a new fletching technique for more engaging training, a new woodcutting tree and log type rosewood, a new slayer monster that terrorizes the locals, the griffins. Is that how you say that? Those look fucking so cool. Look at this guy picking up a poor turtle. That sounds like a really cool slayer task. The Great Conch is just one example of what could be found while out sailing. We'd look to populate the ocean with plenty of vibrant and exciting places. The possibilities are endless. New resources. You'll find plenty of new resources at ocean points of interest, or by engaging in sailing activities. They can simultaneously fill new reward spaces used internally within the sailing skill, as well as empower existing skills by fairing up external functions that serve the wider game, especially if focusing on sailing profitability over experience gains. That's interesting. So you can make a lot of money sailing to get slower experience, of course. For now, here are just a few of the resource types and themes that could be explored after the lock-in poll, which hopefully fucking happens after all this work. We'll go into more detail and pull each significant reward separately. So this is just obviously an example. So here are some wood types. So we got larch, cedar, and rosewood. So rosewood looks like it's rare, cedar looks like it's uncommon, and larch is very common. So Barracuda trials, low level, port tasks. So port tasks, mid level, woodcutting on islands. And then Barracuda trials, high levels, woodcutting on islands. So here's the ways that you can actually get these. Then there's fibers, which this is, okay, so that was woodcutting and construction. And now this is farming and crafting. And hemp, that's hilarious, and that's going to be uncommon. And then there is going to be cotton, which is very rare. Cool. And then this one for metals is mining and smithing, of course. And then there's going to be lead, which is going to be uncommon. That's so cool. I think lead is really cool. And then cobalt, and from Barracuda trials, port tasks, and mineral dredging. Cool, cool, cool. And then there's more minerals here, which is mining and crafting, which I don't know how you say that. Agate, which is common, garnet, uncommon, and aquamarine. I can't read today. Aquamarine, which is very rare, and that's from bossing. Sea monster hunting and mineral dredging. Love all of this so far. Next is fishing and cooking. So we have haddock, which is common, blue tang, uncommon, and the sunfish, which is very rare. Love it. And then we've got coral. I'm not even going to try and pronounce these types of coral. Well, I can pronounce pillar right there, and umbaral. But these are going to be types of coral that we can farm, and I'm assuming you can use these to make things like potions or whatever. Primary gameplay rewards. We've covered a number of sailing activities in the core gameplay blog, but didn't expand much on what they do from a reward standpoint. Let's take a quick look at each one of them and see what they could provide other than XP. Okay, so charting the sea, create a comprehensive map of all the ocean points of interest, as well as earn cosmetics for your ship and characters such as unique sail designs, wieldable spy glasses, and island themed POH. Love it. Shipwreck salvaging. Take the salvage you recover back to sorting station at the port to identify what you've hauled up. Find existing and new resources, including sellable cargo, gems, armor pieces, and the chance at finding the rare sunken treasures. Port tasks. Receive a payment for your hard work in coins and resources at higher sailing levels. You might even get taught some secret shipbuilding techniques, such as learning how to make larger cargo holds. Barracuda trials. Earn unique resources to build special ship facilities for beating the champion of each trial, such as make Mako's sail, a special sail that, as long as your sail isn't luffing, always keeps the wind speed bonus in any direction you travel. That's interesting. And then ship combat. Defeating pirates and other ships out at sea. Nets you loot, such as money and ship weapon materials. We've also seen player requests for a new cutlass weapon. We think ship combat could be a good place to reward such a thing. That is very cool. And of course, there is secondary gameplay rewards, much like the primary gameplay activities. The secondary gameplay activities within sailing, content that makes up use of additional skills beyond just sailing, also have a mixture of resources and reward types on fur. We've got a few outlined here, but let us know your thoughts and ideas for interesting items or effects you'd like to see come from coral, fish, minerals, sea monsters, and more. So the coral farming. Harvest all these types of corals to use an ingredient in new potions. I assumed that increase your proficiency at certain sailing activities. Craft a new jewelry with sailing themed teleports. That is awesome. I love that. Or make special coral armor that provides bonuses when fighting on a ship. Deep sea trawling. Catch larger quantities of existing fish with the trade-off of receiving less XP per hour. Great for Ironman, I'm assuming. As well as finding brand new fish types like haddock, blue tang, and sunfish that you can use as bait to lure out sea monsters or cook to use as food, processing unique effects. Also, the food's gonna be like having effects like potions now. That's fucking awesome. So the mineral dredging. Gather existing minerals in addition to new ores like lead and cobalt used to make better cannons and weighted dredging nets. Jesus Christ. You can also dredge up new gems like all these types of gems, and even have the chance to find a rare legendary jewelry. Sea monster hunting. Defeating sea monsters will leave behind mostly natural things like hides, fangs, and scales, useful for crafting into equipment and armor. Special legendary sea monsters will drop suitable legendary items that can upgrade your ship facilities into top tier variants like Monster Horn that creates a powerful ship ram. Oh, that's so interesting. This looks like the Zulrah thing. Ship building. There are a number of ways existing skills become more useful thanks to the sailing skills into the game, especially when it comes to making and upgrading your ship. A few of these could include construction, build and upgrade ship facilities using logs and planks, crafting, create new sails and nets from cloth and plant fibers, smithing, make new ship cannons and cannonballs out of metal bars. While training these other skills might help to make the best ships possible, they won't be mandatory to begin sailing. The intention is for there to be shipbuilder NPCs at certain ports that are willing to help you out with some basic ship setups, assuming you provide them with the rewarded material and payment, which is interesting. So I guess you don't need to have the best levels in the game to be able to do this, but I'm max, so I don't really give a shit. Facility upgrades. While on the topic of ships, here's a recap of a few ship facilities you can build and upgrade, giving an idea as how some of the internal sailing rewards will play out. Okay, so we got a hull upgrade, ship's health and defense, traverses dangerous reefs. The lantern upgrade, lure out the repels certain enemies, passes through thick fog, and then sails upgrade, maintain wind speed, and helps with the storms. And you can also make them cosmetic as well. I'm really just excited to log into the game when this comes out and just like go through everything. It's going to be so cool. We've also got cannons here. There's short range, high damage, fires up to dragon fireballs. So it looks like level 5, for example, there'll be a basic cannon with range. At level 20, a strong cannon with range, and then you go all the way up to 92 sailing and an elite cannon. And it looks like some of them can use dragon breath or be magic based. Very cool. Okay, so we got the crew. NPC crewmates, while not mandatory, can help you operate your ship automating certain tasks that you'd rather not do. NPCs might have different strengths or abilities and could be recruited from various sources. For example, you might find some new characters hanging around pubs and ports or willing to join you if you beat them in a ship race, while other more recognizable NPCs might elect to join your crew after completing a quest. Love it. Ship retrieval. Your ship will normally remain where you left it, be that at the last port you docked or docked at, or out at sea if you teleported away. I never even thought about that. Each port will offer services in retrieving your ship should it be located somewhere else, perhaps at a cost. However, using the magic skill as an alternative reward option might also be a possibility, letting you teleport directly to your ship or allowing the ship to be teleported to the port that you're currently at. Awesome. In addition, a popular player suggestion that we love is magically putting your ship in a bottle. This could allow you to carry your ship with you in your inventory, letting you unlock it to retrieve the ship. I love this, man. So you can just like put your ship in a bottle. It's like in a bottle in your inventory, and then boom, it's like a Pokemon. It goes out and you can do it again. Well, every single time they release one of these sailing blog updates, it just gets me so much more excited for the skill to come out. I honestly just can't wait to have another skill, and sailing kind of in a way seems like dungeoneering just because there's so much involved with the skill. I think sailing's even more so bigger than dungeoneering, and it's just going to be an endless thing that we can do. So much more quests, so much more content into the game. I'm very excited. I really hope I get the Fang by then, because if not, I probably won't be returning to the Tombs of a Masket. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video today, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.